Hello, everybody. Let's go. Welcome to another amazing episode of Spoilers for Days, a show where the girls, the gays, and the days can get together and geek out about all their favorite nerd things right here live today. And I am so hyped to be joined by these amazing individuals today. Let's go, ladies.
Hello. Hi.
Woo.
Yay. Woo.
Yes. We are going to be getting into Marvel's What If Episode 9. Yes, the series season finale, an episode that has so much to get into. I literally can't speak right now because I want to talk about everything. Marvel's What If Episode 9, because this season finale, girls, like I can't compute. Cannot compute. I feel like a broken robot. I'm like, yes. Finally, can we get there? Something spicy. So my initial impressions with the episode was very much, I was invested. I loved the energy. I loved where we went from it. And I think the show, all of us here that have been on through all the episodes of Spoilers for Days have been calling this. We said something like this would happen here. Jessica said, "No, let me see them
build a team.
Build a team.
Yes.
And it happened. It happened. We got to see our Avengers, our What If Avengers form in the most delightful way as the watcher actually stops freaking watching and is an active participant in saving the universe. Holy cow, what an episode. What a season finale.
So good.
Yeah, I definitely echo that. I think that this series had some ups and downs. I think that there were times where we were like, dude, like, are we gonna see the end of this and think that this was a good series? And the last two episodes, I was like, all right, what if? Like, I will recommend you to people. I would rewatch you. I would say that this was a solid show because the last two episodes like nailed it, and the season finale I thought was great. I definitly had a ton of screaming moments, like moments where I was just like,
Reaching.
dude, what? And chills. I was watching with one of my friends and I was like, dude, feel my arm. I got chills again. Like I just like kept on being like, dude, I'm getting chills again. Cause like there are just so many moments that were so epic. Jessica and I like to be like harsh critics. I have a couple concerns, but before I get into those, I think like, let's just hear what everybody else has to say. But I'm going to say overwhelmingly very happy with it. And I'm happy because I do think Jessica and I have been a little harder on the show. You know, like we've definitely had like a handful of episodes where we were like, no, this is not good. Like, sorry, ain't sorry, you know, but for it to end like this makes me feel a lot better about the series as a whole. Like I feel really, really good about the What If series. So I was very happy.
I feel like the payoff was there for sure.
Yes.
Like
yeah.
The build up, like you had no clue if they were. I literally never thought that they would actually all be kind of connected in the way where they were, but I feel like they touched on every single episode in one way or another, like via the setting, via the characters. My favorite moment, which is when they just plopped zombies on top of Ultron, like everything, you know, that they did before came to fruition in the end. And to me, that made me just kind of step back and be like, well, shit, I feel bad. I was such an asshole about certain things.
Yeah, no, I did too. I was like, damn, we're harsh, but it really came full circle.
I love being able to see these alternate versions of the characters, right? Like for the comic book fans, like it was really rewarding on the What If side, right? It's really rewarding, like for folks who really love the What If comics, which can get real bizarre. I don't know if you've gone back, but it can get like Spider-Man as the Punisher. Nobody. No.
Oh my God. There's
Who asked for that?
There's some weird stuff.
That?
What was the 80s? It's the 80s,
what if?
70s.
What if?
Yeah.
And I also love Marvel Zombies. Like Marvel Zombies as a comic book line is just one of my favorites. There's a darling one that came out a couple years ago where Moon Girl is in it, and it's just really great. And so I think, you know, I think it had me kind of in tears every once in a while, and not in like tears like, oh, this is so sad what's happening, but in tears I'm like, it all fits. It's all coming together. They made it work.
Happening.
This writer's room needs a hug. I don't know. Oh, this is so, because as a comic book fan, as a person who's like seen a lot of these alternate versions, man, they had to make some choices. Like people don't realize like Peggy Carter Captain America started, I think, in the video games, got pulled into the comics, was written into Saladin Ahmed's Exiles series, which is dope. And then she got her own episode. What? Like for those of us who've just kind of been cheering on these characters for a while. And so I think it was really dope. I think it also, for the folks who like had these storylines in the comics, man, it was really amazing to see how they were adapted and then pulled together in like I'm very seldom watching a show and going, oh, I didn't see that coming.
Wow, our Avengers, our universe must suck because the Watcher pulled no one from our timeline, you know?
Right?
How funny.
Our Avengers are the top tier, I guess.
Look, here's the thing. It may be the other way around. Maybe we have the best timeline, and therefore he couldn't play with it, and it needed to be left alone.
Okay,
Yeah,
I like that.
Could be.
Fine.
But I was
like
just
that.
like,
I'm a positive thinker, don't mind me.
616, man.
Yeah. So, I want to talk to you guys about my concerns, and maybe this is me just being like super picky.
No.
So, I absolutely like loved the group, right? Like, I thought the group was like really, really great. Like, everybody they picked, I was screaming. Like, I love Gamora. So, like, when he pulled out Gamora, who killed Thanos, whatever the deal was, I was like, okay, let's go. And we all know, like, I love the T'Challa Star-Lord episode like so much. It's definitely like in my top 3. Arguably like my favorite. But I was kind of like shocked he made the final cut. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
really?
Yeah, I was, because Killmonger is Black Panther and he deserved to be there because, like, let's talk about cunning, charming, manipulative, and then has the physical prowess. Like, I was like, yes. But I was like, so T'Challa Star-Lord was an amazing diplomat. Like, he's an amazing diplomat and he's athletic, but it was like, I just felt like the rest of them just kind of were, like, he wouldn't have been, I think, in the final 5, but maybe that was just me. Like, I love him more than anybody. Like I told you, he's one of my favorites. It's one of my favorite episodes. But when you look at, like, Captain Carter, Gamora, and she's taken down Thanos, Killmonger, we already saw everything he did, you know what I mean, in that episode. Like, it was kind of like, I was like, yeah, like, T'Challa Star-Lord is like a great negotiator, a great diplomat, but like, I just compare him to evil Doctor Strange when it comes to power level. I'm sorry.
So I got an answer for this one.
Okay.
This is the Ocean's 11, Ocean's 8 conundrum right here. You
Okay.
always have to have a thief. You have to have someone who's
Okay.
And that makes sense.
Yeah, he did it.
Like, look,
that makes sense.
I get it. That like literally, and that was what my rationale, because I was like, okay.
He was the Bilbo, you know? We gotta have Bilbo on
still stuff.
We gotta have Bilbo? Okay, girl.
Bilbo, you know?
I cannot. The theme I got Bilbo is brutal, but yes, okay, maybe he was the Bilbo.
Oh my God.
Okay, I'll take it.
You
T'Challa, it was the
watch
Bilbo.
The Hobbit. You read The Hobbit or you read Lord of the Rings.
Did you just call him Bilbo Baggins?
Yes.
Bilbo
T'Challa Star-Lord is the Bilbo Baggins of
Official.
Let's also talk about Peggy Carter. Like, the first episode, Angélique, like, we also had some reservations about. I felt like she delivered like so much of this.
This was what I
wanted.
I
just loved everything with her.
I wanted her in her own element, not just regurgitating Chris Evans. Sorry, Chris Evans. Steve Rogers' story. You know, I wanted Tara to have her moment to shine, and they effing gave us that. And the stealth suit.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
also,
great.
Who else ships her and Natasha? Because
I like absolutely, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I was like,
now
I love this dynamic. I love this dynamic so much. I loved it so much. I'm not gonna lie though, I kind of liked the ending where she was like, yo, don't I get my happy ending after like everything I've done? Like, that kind of like gutted me a little bit. And I thought it was kind of like, he was like, you know, he had to be the Watcher, right? But then at the end, like, she gets her like because Chris Evans, Steve Rogers got his
Chris Evans.
moment in the end game.
It's
So it was
a little
kind of
something.
nice for her last episode. Like she kind of got her like moment to be happy. So I was like, okay, I was okay with that. But I'm with you that I was like, why am I loving Black Widow, Captain Carter like so
I feel
much?
the chemistry here.
Yeah, the most, the best. I loved it. I loved
Oh, I
it.
ship it. I ship it
Um,
110%.
Can we
Yes.
talk real quick though about the after credit scene with her and what we think is in that, like, because she said like, oh, basically saying that, Steve Rogers is in the suit in the Hydra Stomper, but like, is he the Winter Soldier? Are we getting what I wanted? Like, is he now a Hydra Stomper, or is he just like frozen in time for some reason? Like, I hope.
I
he's the
didn't
Winter
even
Soldier.
think of that, girl.
Yeah,
I didn't even think
I
of
need a
that.
moment.
I did. Yeah. Dude, Jessica does this to us all the time, Angélique. She'll be like, what if this spin happened and this twist happened? And we're like, go right for them, Jessica. Get
I would
out of
love to.
here.
Hello.
Don't be in this
In
spot
the
fast anymore.
jugular, ma'am.
Yeah,
I
no, she does
know.
this all the time. She does this all the time. Like that's insane. That didn't even cross my mind for a second, and that would be the effing coolest thing.
When I saw the Hydra Stomper, I wasn't like, oh my god, yay, Steve. I was like, oh shit,
That was
he's gonna
me.
be the Winter Soldier,
Yes,
and
we
it's gonna
did.
be awful. And
I was
that's
like,
why
romance.
they still need her in that universe because he's the Winter Soldier. Why else would
They
they need her?
did drop
I
that
don't
thing
know.
about in
Oh,
our
girl.
universe, Steve Rogers becomes Captain America, and she goes, "That would be a thing to see."
Yeah, he's got to be the Winter Soldier.
Girl.
I hope.
Oh my
Girl,
gosh.
pump the brakes.
Yeah.
What a twist. Now they could have season 2 and we
I
see
hope
all
so.
their
Is
other
season 2
timelines
confirmed?
play out.
Do we know?
I've heard
don't
talks of people
know.
saying it, and
What
I
would they
haven't known if it was
do?
confirmed.
What would they do for season 2? Like, the ultimate already happened,
I
and the multiverse is
know.
put back together. Are we just going to continue with the same characters we got? Are we going to get new stories? Like, I just don't even know what they would do. But
That roller coaster, the weekly releases, it really culminated to an awesome experience. So for the season finale to end on such a battle and then have, for me, what I thought a pretty bogus epilogue got me upset. I actually wish that the episode ended with Doctor Strange being like, oh yeah, you're my friend, the Watcher. Cut to black, it's over. Done. I didn't need to see them all go back to their timelines.
I like that.
I didn't.
Oh, I liked
Right,
it.
see,
I liked
you
it. I
didn't
liked
want it.
it.
No. I wanted to be pissed, confused, conflicted. I didn't want a happy ending. I didn't want a freaking bow. So that's my one problem with the episode. I was like, I didn't
She's like,
need a
"How
bow.
dare you tie this
No.
up? How dare
Wait,
you?"
hold on. You wanted
tie it.
You wanted it to end when it showed them trapped in that universe and
Walked out
basically
the door.
Dr. Evil Strange's, I guess you could say, his redemption, I guess it would be he had to
Right.
watch over them, right? Yeah, so you
Right.
wanted to just end on that.
Leave on that, and he's like, yeah, it's good to call your friend. Dun dun dun. Like, what the hell does that mean? Dr. Evil
dog.
Strange is the Watcher's friend. And leave it on that intrigue instead. I felt like I got put on another ride for a couple more minutes on this whole epilogue where I was like, I'm kind of good. I could have let my mind think about where they were gonna go. Save that for season 2. Just put me right back in it.
I think it did
but
set
that
up
was just me.
cliffhangers, though.
True,
I feel like
you're right.
because now, we see T'Challa and Peter Quill together.
Mhm.
Are
Yes.
is he gonna be Ravager now? We did see, I feel, a few what is gonna happen moments that for me was enough to be like, oh, cool, a little taste, but not completely over. I don't know, but I get what you're saying, BK.
Yeah, I know.
I can't imagine not getting what we got. And so I'm like, imagine if we didn't get that. And I'm like, I can't because I enjoyed it.
know. I feel
Yeah.
you. I feel
Yeah.
you.
I know. I'm like, what you were saying, that would have been a pretty good ending to
I feel like it would just have a little bit more.
this is your curse. You messed with your universe and your life, to such a degree. Now this is your duty now for evil Doctor Strange. That would have been a pretty heavy, good ending. But I don't know. Now you kind of have me conflicted. I did like the bow on the end, but I think it would have been kind of a more somber, a more serious ending that what you do in your multiverse will haunt you. It kind of I ain't gonna lie, the fact that Black Widow got dropped into one where Black Widow is dead, and then Peggy gets Steve Rogers, it was kind of oh, so you know, the Watcher can like give a little more. I kind of agree with you. Like if it had ended like that, then it would have been more like the Watcher stepped out this one time, but then like everybody else had to like kind of figure out their life on
Y'all
their own.
are also much better than me because I'm gonna tell y'all right now.
Yeah.
I don't think it's tied up in a bow. I don't think everything is going great. And also, we saw what we were meant to see, and that is always what I think when I watch anything. So at this point, I'm like, I don't know what's in that Hydra stumper. I don't know if that thing is going to crack. I don't know what's going to happen because people meddled in places they weren't supposed to be. Is it going to shift the balance of everything because Widow was dropped where she was dropped? I am at a point where I'm like, this does not mean everything worked out well and everybody's happy.
Yeah. I'm very surprised that the last episode was only 30 minutes. Like, I thought they might kind of go balls to the wall and like give us a longer one, like maybe an hour, 45 minutes even. Like they really were just like, here's everything we need to wrap up in 30 minutes. And I was surprised.
Yeah.
I was like, kudos to them. I'm like, they did a dang good job.
The pacing was good though, so I was okay with it, so I was like, all right.
Everything made sense. Like again, all the beats, all the character moments, like when you think they weren't gonna like make a callback to it, they did. Like literally the moment where I thought they forgot about the zombie episode, literally a horde of zombies showed up. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I was like, this is the Easter eggs we wanted for a series that is like about anything. And you know what? Thinking about Easter eggs, I thought about it and I'm like, you know what? Star-Lord did steal a lot from the Collector. Like that's got to be a pretty high power level. Like that's like
that's a good point. Actually, you're right. I did not think about that. Yeah, no. You're right. You're right.
Like wait a second, he did. I was like, that was a successful mission. I think. Like I'm trying to remember. I haven't seen the episode since it came out, right? So now I need to go watch back. But this is what the finale does to you. You're like, oh my God, I want to go watch back now. Like I want to know these characters like more. Like I was introduced to them, but did I really connect with them? Because we were, kind of hating a little bit on some, kind of loving a little bit more on others. Hey, it's valid.
Yeah.
Totally valid. Because we were tossed into this. I mean, it's a multiverse of madness. Okay, well, that's not this, but it will be.
Oh, but like, what is that going to be like? If this is a little taste of what we may get.
That's what I'm saying.
And what if if these characters that we see in What If are actually introduced IRL? Like all of these guys have actors. They all have actors. Like
I said it. Y'all were like, I don't know. I'm like, I want it. I didn't
think that they would cross over in What If. Like, I think we were talking about, like, maybe they'll make some references in this to the greater MCU, but I would not be surprised if the greater MCU made references to this. That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes 100% a lot of sense. And I'm glad you articulated it that way though as well, because like it's like this is a tiny show, this is an experimental show, like they're probably not going to risk MCU things here, but like once it's established and now we actually have like key things to draw back to, like we absolutely can reference these realms and these worlds that we've seen and the interdimensional travel. Like that's the first time we've kind of seen it that way, right? That was the weirdest form of travel I've ever seen, and then Ultron ascended into godhood. That happened. So I was an emotional train wreck when I was watching this episode, and I'm glad I'm not the only one.
You know who I'm shocked did not make the final 5 was Captain Marvel.
Yeah, I thought that too. I was like, in all the universes, there's not a Captain Marvel that's a bit more powerful.
You can't take her.
But maybe
they've been to the center of the world.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm like, really though? But the only thing I could think was like they needed Killmonger to be there because they knew that he would betray. You know what I mean? So like that's the only thing. I don't know, y'all. T'Challa Star-Lord is really on thin ice with me. I know y'all have to build a bag into the thinking, but that is some thin ice. Like
it is.
When Captain Marvel is out there, like I'm just like, but you know what? I'll take it because he was so dope and such a cool character. It's just like if the Watcher has access to every single multiverse, it's kind of a stretch for me.
Well, we gotta check out these freaking memes. Let's see the memes because I need to know. This first meme, I don't even know what this image is, so hold on while I take a closer look.
It's Captain me. Carter. This is what I am. I'm this. Yes.
Oh, Captain Carter, Black Widow. And what it seemed to be very good friends.
I am here for this.
I want them to get together And I want T'Challa and Peter Quill to go be Star-Lord best buds in the universe. Those are the two things I want out of this.
I
love it. I love this meme. They seem
I'm
to be very good friends.
What is this from? I want to go watch whatever this is from. This
Isn't
is
that
hilarious.
the music video with Oh, you mean the
No,
old
like,
lady? I don't know.
Yeah, like, is it like old ladies reacting?
I was like,
Jackie's
that's
like,
a
let's
WAP,
go to the movies.
everybody.
Jackie's like, I know that music video, baby. Trust me.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, okay.
That old lady, not so much. No offense, Nana, but
Yeah, no offense. I don't know where she's from, but yeah.
Is it weird that part of me wants to watch an older woman watch WAP and
no, I think that's amazing.
that's
It's
so
quality
uncomfortable.
content. Thank you, Marvel, for not killing
This is
him
the best
again.
one. This is the best one. I
Period.
literally, poor Iron Man, y'all. Like, he just, like,
Right.
ain't doing well, like, on this show. Like,
I
they
love
just...
it. Like they came though to this world and was like, "Not you, bro." And he was like,
Yeah.
"What do you want with me? I'm awesome." And there's like,
that was so funny. Yeah.
Not you, dude.
I was like,
yeah.
Man down.
Gamora.
Yeah.
Sorry, no, Gamora.
No, not
That is
you,
so
sir.
funny.
Mhm.
I also loved his armor. Like, I know we didn't really talk about that,
No,
but
I want to see that
Dude.
story.
I want to see that story
episode.
too.
Like,
Just
how-
100%.
oh,
100%.
Thor.
Dude, everyone loves Gamora. Like, at least, you know, in my opinion, I feel like she's like one of the more popular characters. And I was like, dude, really? The Thor episode when we could have had that? But it's all good. Or the mystery. It's so many episodes. Anyway, it's all
I know.
good.
Look at my face.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't get us
Season
started.
2.
The Thor one I get because Thor was in the final team. But the
So
mystery
we
one,
needed-
it's like that was just another world to drop Natasha in later? Question mark. That was the significance of that episode.
Mhm.
Yeah, that one. That's
Give me the Gamora. Let's do this last meme.
Oh yeah, let's see this
Bring
last
it-
one because it's a
bring it
nice full
back.
circle here. Like, no matter what universe you're in, one thing stays constant: Killmonger and his double crossing.
yeah.
And I love it.
Mhm.
Like we
Yeah.
were saying earlier, and Angélique said it so well. Like he is him. He's smart. That is Killmonger. This made sense. Like, this wasn't just like, you know, a shoe-in or like, oh, we'll just make it happen because we just like Killmonger. Like, no, this is a part of his
Yep.
character and he stayed true to it. And I loved that.
Also,
And definitely
what
part
if
of one-
did well? What if
Yeah.
did so well? Like not like they're just the characters. They're them in different situations. They didn't be like, well, what if T'Challa was just kind of an a-hole? Like, no, he is T'Challa still as Star-Lord. You know, Peter Quill as Star-Lord is kind of an a-hole. T'Challa's not. He's still him. And I think they did that very well. And then just like the detriment of, you know, us getting Killmonger still as a villain.
Yeah.
I love it.
I love Killmonger.
I know. I'm literally that picture, like just so poised. I'm like, yes, like you know, like
Dude, move
and the
aside,
music?
Loki. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Like, move aside. Like, I can't even. I think,
oh
like,
my god.
like Killmonger was such a great villain in Black Panther, but like, he's one of the like few characters that I'm like, well, no, that's not true. Actually, I was gonna say I love what they did with him in What If. Like, I'm almost
Yeah.
like I wish this was the real story in ways.
I
But
don't
then
think
we
he's
have-
dead. I don't think he's dead. He was
Yeah.
dead in that
I've been
waterfall.
saying that too, but
I don't think he's
everyone
dead.
thinks I'm gassing it. But I'm glad somebody else.
No,
decided.
I don't
back you
know.
up. Call
I don't.
me.
Yeah.
Call me. I'll be
Yeah.
like, excuse me. Where is his body? Did you
They
see it?
say that. I was
Yeah.
yeah. the body. No,
Yeah.
no, we
And
never
it's
saw it.
comics, so like,
Yeah.
let's be honest, you never know. Like,
You
I
could give him a freaking some Wakandan person from his past who felt sorry for him will go retrieve him and make him into a cyborg. You know, easy. It's
Easy.
Wakanda.
yeah.
I was like, there's
Yeah.
so many ways to make this
Easy.
happen. Don't play me. What
Oh
if
my
it's opened
God.
all the doors? Like, my body's ready now. Like, now I feel like I'm primed for anything MCU. Like,
Ooh, maybe that's why
like-
they're locking down Black Panther 2 so hard.
that's
Yeah.
what I'm
Oh,
saying.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait. That
I'm
just
gonna
got me
cry. You'll
excited. I
see-
know.
You'll
I'm
see me
just-
sobbing like a bawling oh my god.
no.
We're talking about moments that cry in Marvel history, and I'm sure
Black
we'll probably talk this
Panther.
more about next week in our like final recap episode of like things
Yeah.
we
Yes.
love in the series and in
Yeah.
the MCU and what to expect. But yeah, Black Panther, just hearing Wakanda Forever has never been a more powerful thing, and like
I can't wait for next week,
Yeah.
y'all.
it's gonna be great.
I know.
Yeah, break
There's
it
so much
down.
to discuss.
Yes.
I like want to talk about like favorite fights. I want to talk about like who we prefer like over the originals, like
Yes.
you know, like or like you know who we're really excited were introduced and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Who we wish we saw more of, which we've like
Mhm.
touched on all these things, but it's like, man, we could deep dive like for so long and It's been fun. Like, I'm
It's been
really
great.
happy it was a good ending. Because if we were here and we were like unhappy, like I just feel like it would just
It'd be
it
like
just
the end
would
of
have
our
killed
show
the mood.
too.
Right?
You know, like,
It'd
what
be
would we
like, "Hey,
do?
the end.
Like, well, that
also,
sucks.
we're done.
Let's go
Yeah.
home. I am home.
Yeah.
Let's turn off our cameras.
Hmm.
Anyways,
No,
this was
it's
a great
great.
episode.
Yeah.
I'm so excited next week to get into everything else that we have talked about. So everybody watching right now, it's not over. Next week is a thing.
It's
Next
not
Thursday.
over.
It's
Same
not
time, same
over.
place.
Yes, this is the season finale of the series, right?
Mhm, yeah.
Episode that we're covering today, but not of our show. What if? That's not it. Our show spoilers for days. We're not what if. I've said what if so many times today. Our show spoilers for days is ending next week. We will have our spoilers for days season finale next week, where we will go about all of the things that happened in Marvel's What If, rate our top moments, our most hated moments, our favorite characters, things we wanted to see, what we liked, what we didn't, best episodes, worst episodes, episodes that should have been, and MCU and more. So pull through, binge watch What If you haven't already. You got time. Come through and we'll bust it down. It's going to be amazing. You don't want to miss next Thursday, same time, same place. We are always here holding it down on the Queen's channel, 5 p.m. PT, 8 p.m. ET, and it's going to be amazing. So I hope to see you all there. Thank you, ladies, so much for hanging out with
so
me.
So much
I
love to you guys.
Yes. You guys.
So great.
I'm like kind of really sad right now, but
I know.
I know we have
one
next
more.
week.
We got one more.
I know we got
One
next
more.
week. So
Hold it in.
Till then, yes, I will contain all my excitement. I will be writing all my notes, and y'all too. Come with the questions. Come stacked. There was so much stuff we didn't get
I'm
to.
ready.
Chat.
I'm ready.
Next week is when we're going to be getting into it. So bring the questions, chat. We'll see you next week. That's it for us. This was Spoilers for Days.
bye guys.
Bye.